Nice.
All right,
All right.
let's get it. Hey, yo, Gabe, I heard Kevin's like busy, so like I guess we're doing the podcast for some reason. I don't know why you had to reschedule it,
I
but
don't know. I was in the middle
yeah,
of a nap, but
yeah, it's all good. It's all good. But whatever,
it
we'll just
happens.
get it done. Hopefully we know this person. Maybe it's Bien. I don't know, but he didn't even tell us
True.
who we're interviewing, dude. Like,
I know. I'm kind of scared.
oh, what's up,
Hello?
Kevin?
Yo,
Oh,
yo.
well, hi.
Are y'all ready to interview me?
Wait, no,
In it,
no,
in it,
that's no. We are not interviewing you right now.
Hey everybody, welcome to the Fusion Podcast. I'm
uh,
not your host this time, Kevin Bacon.
uh,
And now please introduce the host.
uh,
Oh, okay. I guess we're interviewing Kevin. Hello, my name is Ian Gonzales, pronouns he, him, his, and I'm the social director of Fusion.
and hi, my name is Gabe Villena, pronouns he, him, his. I am one of the publicity directors for Fusion this year. And I guess we are interviewing Kevin Bacon.
Interesting. All right. I guess let's just get this party popping. And you're a guy who likes watching stuff, so I guess I got a question for you, and that is, what is an underrated show, or what movie do you recommend to like anyone? I don't know.
As your local weeb, as they say, as the cool kids say, I would recommend the show Camp, especially now, because especially since season 2 is happening right now as we speak. It's definitely a show that's like makes you feel good. It's like one of the most comfiest animes I've ever seen. That's like the biggest way I could describe it. It's like makes you feel good. Just wants have like a cup of hot cocoa, and it's just like this is nice. So yeah, that's
Mm,
definitely a show I recommend
That
to
sounds
everyone
nice
watching.
if I
yeah,
like
that's
chocolate.
hot chocolate.
We love chocolate.
Actually, funny
Yeah,
enough about Eurocamp, I think Gabe had I made Gabe use Eurocamp for the bonfire
I
poster.
did. I
Yeah.
didn't even know what show it was. I just thought it was adorable.
Dude, you camp is sponsored by Fusion.
Oh my gosh, really?
Yes,
Knew it.
Yes, sir.
yes, sir.
Um, I guess you did say Eurocamp was getting quarantined, so I guess like let's start this off with, how have you been doing this year during quarantine? Like, any hobbies you pick up?
Hobbies. I mean, biggest hobby I picked up recently, and this is 100% because of my roommate, is this card game called Card Fight Vanguard. It's like this anime card game, you know. I picked it up because he was like, "Hey man, would you be interested in getting a deck for $30?" And I was like, $30? That's kind of a lot, but like sure. So I bought a deck and we played. And then I think the biggest reason was because the anime was so good. So I was just like, all right, I'm 100% with it. So that's been the biggest hobby with me right now in terms of like quarantine.
I
I
And
see.
do.
yeah, card games are who they're expensive.
Is it
Once
like a I don't know. I'm assuming it has its own like game style. It's not like
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
yeah.
mhm.
Yeah,
uh
yeah. What were you gonna say? Ian?
I'm guessing once quarantine's fully lifted, you're gonna go to like Vanguard tournaments. Are you
Oh,
down for that?
yeah, for sure. The
Cool.
first step is learning how to drive.
Ah,
I feel like half of this is just gonna be me giving myself advice to my future self. So yeah, learn how to drive, Kevin.
just
Yes,
run
learn how to
everywhere.
drive, Kevin,
Yeah,
in the future. That's
it's
cool.
either that or driverless cars. So I'm just waiting for whatever.
Whichever comes first, I
True.
Yeah,
see. I
whichever
got you.
comes first then. Yeah.
I don't know. I'm kind of like terrified of driverless cars. Like, you ever seen like those moral tests or whatever?
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
I mean like AI is scary. AI is scary.
Dude,
Oh,
AI is gonna take over the world, dude.
because
Watch.
they're based on logic, so it's like, oh, it's logical for me to just not save them.
It's logic for me just to not go anywhere.
Yeah, exactly.
Is
I
like, take me this way. Nah, just stay. Oh, okay.
Now let's go this way
$30.
instead. How much should I spend? Yeah, nice.
Oh god, for
That's
sure, for
crazy.
sure.
Vibe though.
Quarantine really be
Yes.
like that.
Quarantine do be like that. I guess now that you got with hobbies, just are there any ways you spend time with like your friends and family, especially like the ones that you can't see in person, especially the ones that you met like in person UCI or like a tita from a different state or something like that.
No, for sure. I mean, in terms of like friends and stuff, shout outs to Discord. I think I've had like, it's like the closest thing I've had to like, in-person gatherings. It's just, talking like talking a bunch with just both Fusion and just like, people from UCI. In terms of like family and stuff, FaceTime, I've been using that a lot. Really nice. Granted, half the time I don't have my camera on because I don't look that good, but it is what it is. But yeah, I think just both those two platforms have just been helping, shorten the gap in terms of like, not being able to see people physically.
For sure, for sure. Interesting.
Yeah.
To see it. We like to see it.
Yeah, we love to
Um,
Mhm.
see it.
I guess going along those lines, how do you maintain a balance in quarantine when you're trapped in a house like all day? you know?
I mean, it's definitely hard. It's definitely hard for sure. I mean, I'm grateful that I have roommates that I actually talk to. Cause not gonna lie, last 2 years have had pretty bad roommates. So it's a first to have good roommates that I could actually talk to. So that definitely alleviates some of the, not getting to see people in person. But besides that, I just think like getting away from the computer itself, because like the hardest part is the fact that both your schoolwork and like your entertainment is on the same like thing. So it's like it just blends together and you're just like, oh my god, I've been on my computer for like, the past like 12 hours, like Jesus. And you're just like burnt out. So I think just like
Mhm.
getting away from there, just like, I picked up the card game for sure. I just have like a bunch of fun with that. So just keeps me off the screen for sure.
I see.
Yeah, definitely.
Hmm.
Eye fatigue is
Honestly, dude.
rough.
Yeah, I feel that, to be honest. I've been like doing a lot more stuff and I can feel my eyes like hurting
Hmm.
as of recently. I remember one time I was just playing League or something, and then like my eyes were so strained that I was like running around and begging like my roommates for eye drop. They didn't
Oh,
have any.
Oh,
oh, damn! I haven't reached that point, but like, there's just points where I'm just like, my eyes are like dying, and
yeah, you get those spots. You
oh,
ever get
dude,
that?
it is the spots. Yeah,
Oh
yeah,
my
that's just
gosh.
like on the sides of your eye, and you're just like,
Yeah.
what is up?
Like,
Am I
is
losing my
something
vision?
I feel that.
I can see
Um,
rough?
into the third dimension.
I see,
Fourth
I see.
dimension. Fifth. And
To the moon.
you
I can
like
see everything.
Yeah,
We
yeah, that's
like it.
good.
we like it. We indeed like it.
Hmm.
Yeah, good to know that
Yeah,
you have other hobbies outside of the computer time, 18 hours a day. It is rough.
It
But
is so rough, but yes, make sure to have that.
although this year's kind of been less iffy, let's look back on happier times. What have your favorite moments been in UCI just overall as a student?
Um, I feel obligated to say that Fusion has definitely added to my time at UCI. Not because this is a Fusion podcast per se, but just because I feel like, just like the host of this podcast for today. I think I've met like a bunch of great people through Fusion. So Fusion is definitely like up there in terms of like the best parts about UCI, in my opinion, or at least from my experience of UCI. And yeah, I think, and besides that, also I would say ZocCon is all, mostly clubs have been like a big part of like my experience at UCI. Because to be honest, I don't do much of the stuff in terms of homecoming, Shocktober when that was a thing. Rip Shocktober, by the way. But but
Same.
besides all that stuff, like, yeah, I don't know. I feel like the club scene in UCI was definitely like the biggest part of like this. I'm happy that I went to UCI.
I see. I guess more happy thoughts about UCI is that there's a lot of first years, there's a lot of transfer students, not people who've never really experienced UCI in person, right?
Mhm.
So when they come back into in-person learning, are there any like of your favorite hangout spots, any recommendations in the UCI region or area that you'd recommend them to try out?
I mean, one of the biggest things that I'm missing right now, to be honest, is Aldridge Park. Like honestly, having like a park within the school that's like in the center of it is really nice. I remember having like granted, not I usually don't hang out with friends there, but like just waiting for classes like that are like an hour, like having hour gaps and just going to Aldrich Park and just like listening to music, just relaxing there is like it's really nice. Like just being outside and just like letting the wind blow and it's like, oh snap, I have class in like 5 minutes. I need to hurry up. But
You're like, oh wait, a test. Oh no.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's a
But
nice chill spot. I
it's a
agree.
it's a definitely a chill spot in terms of like more hangout spots. I mean, I guess this is more towards like I would definitely come here more at night, but the business center is really nice to be honest. Like especially when the lights are on, like those lights like are on and just like makes the area like light up. It's really nice. It's very chill. And shout outs to that Starbucks. I've been there like more times than I could count.
Oh,
'Cause-
that's where the business center was. I had to remember.
yeah.
I had to
Everyone
remember.
mentions the Starbucks.
It's because like let's be real. The student center Starbucks is always so
Yeah.
busy. It's
It
so
is.
busy. Like everyone goes there. So it's like you need to go to the other two. By the way, are there three on campus?
I th-
Yes.
there are.
Yes.
I think there's
Biosci, student center, business.
mm,
That's
those are the
three.
three I know.
Yeah, that's the three I know. I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
I think there was like an icebreaker that we did in a Kahoot where it was like there was actually four. I just don't remember where the fourth one is.
Oh, I did make that Kahoot. Oh, I remember.
Oh.
It's what is it?
Bruh.
Oh, I mean, like it's kind of like kind of counted, I guess. It's in the medical area, like the medical school. I-
Oh,
yeah,
Right.
yeah. So you know,
Just clicked.
it's like
technically, let's
by
say
technicality, yes, there are four.
3.5. Let's say
Yeah,
3.5.
3.5,
Yes.
But
It's
yeah,
just half a Starbucks.
Do we count the UTC target one
oh right, that is. I was like, what do you mean? Yeah, there is this.
or 0.5?
Oh, that makes it four.
Now we have four.
Now we have
So
Yo,
four
we
because
just
of the.
broke down our Kahoot right there.
Let's get it.
Kevin, you're wrong in the Kahoot.
Dang.
No.
What was it? It's that meme. It's like, I don't know, you used the wrong formula, but still got the right answer.
It's
All
like
right.
when everyone gets the different answers on the same question. It's like, uh-oh, so one of us is definitely right, but who is
That's
Yo,
tough.
y'all have letters in your
it?
big mood.
I got A=4. It's like, wait, there were variables?
Wait, that was a math class?
Oh, this
I
is
thought this was
philosophy.
writing
Oh god.
for sure.
For sure.
I guess you got like hangout places in UCI, but what about like around UCI?
Around
Like you
UCI.
gotta take a nice like 5 minute drive to get there
Or
Huh.
15.
I
or 15.
mean,
Yeah.
okay, as of recent, I think the place I've been going to a lot, and this is mostly because of my parents like going to this place, it's Class 302. They just love getting like they love getting like, oh, I get to pour my own boba. That's so cool. You
Wait,
know?
what?
Yeah.
The
Wait, you
mixing.
yeah, Class 302. It's like you pay for the cup and there's like multiple like flavors and you just get to choose which one and pour however much. And you get unlimited toppings. So like you could customize your drink. So that's I've been
Oh,
that to that place and specifically I guess in terms of food, next to that place is a poke spot called Poke Me or Poke Me. Yeah, it's spelled Poke Me, but it's Poke Me. I, I'm funny, I swear. But yeah.
no.
That if you go there between the hours, I believe of 1 and 5, they'll give you a free upsize. So if you get a
What?
yeah, so if
Whoa.
they'll give you a large if and you pay for a medium. and he's like, "That's value. It's really good."
I
That's
see.
that's my go-to poke place.
I didn't know
All
about
right,
the
take
Poke
notes,
Place.
people who like poke.
Yes.
Not sponsored.
Not sponsored, by
Yet,
the
no.
way.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Oh.
oh,
Let's get sponsored. That's like the goal.
Let's go by the end of this podcast.
Yeah,
You
we'll
better be
get sponsored.
sponsored.
Yeah, yeah,
all right. Pause the podcast. You gotta look for
yeah.
sponsorships.
This
Get a
podcast
live
is
sponsorship and a recorded podcast. Let's get it.
yeah.
Hello.
Like
Yes,
I
sir.
saw your YouTube video from the future.
We
Dude,
made you an offer
imagine
code. Could you please add it to the podcast right now? Of
a
course.
goob.
Oh, of
What
course.
if we like have an offer code right now? Fusion
For
merch
anyone.
offer code Goob, and just kidding, just kidding. Hey,
Joke
Francis, please
lang.
no, please.
Joke
I'm
lang.
sorry.
Unless no.
Unless
Can we get sponsorship? Ooh.
Please. JK,
Please.
but like not
Hmm.
really. Dang.
joke lang, but like not joke lang.
Nice.
Yes. Nice
Yeah.
to know UCI has a lot of places that we can't go to until the fall. But you know what? It's chill.
It's
Just
okay,
watch this
Gabe.
podcast in the fall.
It's okay.
Easy.
Gabe will
That's fine.
be able to experience this stuff.
True.
Good
We'll
job,
live-
Gabe.
Let's go. Shout out to Gabe.
Aw.
Shouts to Gabe for youth.
Yeah. Shout out to you.
Yo, I don't feel young. But I can't speak.
Bro, you say that and you're like only 20, dude. Like that's pretty old.
Bro,
I mean, that's
you
pretty
have
young,
like
dude.
two younger siblings and like you're the oldest cousin.
Gabe
I feel
literally
old.
having his quarter life crisis in this podcast.
I
I
really
know,
am.
dude.
I'm about to break down. This ain't
It's
an interview on Kevin, it's an interview on me.
It has become an intervention.
Aw.
Just
We
kidding,
need to
Gabe. This
talk.
is not an interview. This is an intervention for you. Talk about it. Just kidding.
Anyway, let's move on to Kevin. You mentioned Fusion having a big part of your UCI college life. Let's go more in depth into that. You know, how did you attend and what made you stay?
All right, let's talk about my history with Fusion. First year, I was part of Shadowfax in terms of housing. Shout outs to what is it, Middle Earth? Yeah, I remember the place. But yeah, I had two dorm mates, names being Austin and Richard, and they were part of this Filipino club called Fusion, and they tried to get me into Fusion throughout the year, and I was like, I need to focus on classes. So
Ew.
yeah, I was very nervous first year because my thought process was I already have friends in the dorm. I don't have to make friends outside of that, you know?
I see. I see.
Yeah, so that was first year me. Second year me, I looked at my first year experience and I was like, I should join a club or something. Like like this is part of like, college and stuff. So yeah, I mean, I went to an eater involvement fair. I went to go see Richard because Richard was part of board, and I was like, "Hey, Richard, woo!" And he was also my roommate at the time or housemate at the time. So went to go support, and shout outs to Dom for this line, but this is how I got sold into joining Fusion. Dom came up to me and was like, "Do you guys like clubbing?" And I was just like,
So
and I was like, I respect it. I respect you trying to sell music like that. But yeah, besides that, there's also I went to a bacon wrap hot dog sale that they were having in Ring Road. Shout outs to those bacon wrap hot dogs, by the way.
Oh my god,
Uh,
we miss it.
yeah, we honestly miss it. I don't know. I was definitely way more extroverted, so I just started pubbing out the bacon wrap hot dogs, even though I wasn't even part of Fusion at the time. And everyone was just like, who's this guy pubbing out, our hot dogs? He's not even part of the
Oh my gosh.
So At a certain point, it felt like I was in too deep, so I joined.
Nice.
but
Nice, nice.
but it was worth it, you know. Even though my experience is really like funny, it's just like I think it's just like you just once you're part of Fusion, you're just like, oh, these are a group of people that I could just like vibe with, and it's like that's like the best part. It's like it's not granted the club itself isn't that big, but at the same time, you just like the fact that you get to know everyone is like that's definitely a nice feeling. So you definitely
Mhm.
feel that like family aspect throughout. So that's why I decided to say.
Nice. Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh. Did you have anything to say, Ian?
Oh no, I just said I feel that.
Uh it do be like that.
Oh, that's a fusion.
shout out shout out to bacon wrap hot dogs.
Honestly,
Honestly.
honestly, shout out to Bacon Wrap Hot Dogs. Uh,
I need that in my life right now.
I could smell them. Nah, it's just me.
Your roommate pops out. Hey Kevin, we finished making the bacon wrapped hot dogs.
All
He's
right,
like,
I'll be
oh, no,
back.
no, no, it's symbolic. Go away.
Let's
Get
see.
out of my room. I'm doing an interview. Yes.
So in conclusion, if you want to have people join Fusion, just give them bacon wrapped hot dogs.
Honestly, not wrong. I feel like there have been people that have joined because of Bacon Wrap Hot Dogs.
Yeah, there's a good amount.
Yeah, so
Mhm,
it's
Let's
okay.
see.
Look forward to that starting fall when stuff is back on campus.
mhm. Hop on that weird ring road.
Yeah, hop on that ring road.
5 stars on Yelp.
Indeed, 5 stars on Yelp.
All right. Um, I guess you spent your time as a general member and you had all that stuff, but I'm just kind of curious as well. What inspired you to become like the secretary of Fusion?
Oh, okay. We'll get into this topic. Okay, so starting off, I saw that Richard was doing board, and I was like, oh, that's cool. He's doing board. So I guess that like low key planted like a seed that it's like maybe at some point I do want to do board, but like I didn't really think about it, right? It's just like, offhand, it's like, oh, maybe I should do board at some point. So yeah, third year comes around, I'm just like, I'm still a general member. And then like spring comes around and I'm just like, man, do I really what do I want to do? Because Richard beforehand was telling me, oh, Richard or Kevin, you should do a board position. I'm like, what board position would I do? It's like, I mean, like full disclosure, unfortunately or not unfortunately, but like I just had to say that I'm not, engineering, so
For sure.
it kind of felt weird to be like, should I be a board member? Like it kind of feels weird. Like what position should I do? But then after some thought, I was like, I mean, if anything, I could do secretary. Like, that's not like major specific, and it's like something that I think I could do. So yeah, Richard pushed me to do that, and yeah, here I am. I think Richard was a really big part of pushing me to actually doing boards. So shout outs to Richard.
Shout out to Richard.
Shout outs to Richard.
Just for anyone who may not know who Richard is, who's Richard, Kevin?
Oh yeah, Richard is the president of this year's board, aka we are also uh part of the same board as Richard.
Ooh, that is us.
That is
Whoa.
us.
Let's see. I got another question just about being a board member.
Okay.
But little known fact about you is that you are the executive also of ZocCon, a club that you also mentioned. So how is it balancing not only being the secretary of Fusion, but also being the executive of ZocCon as well as academics, especially due to this being your final year?
Um, I mean, I'd first like to say that like I think both positions are definitely different in terms of like what I have to do. Secretary is definitely more day by day,
Mhm.
and Zakon in particular is definitely more long term in terms of like stuff I have to do. So it's kind of like different things have to be like, accounted for within the positions. But at the same time, like I enjoy doing both things. So I definitely feel like that adds to the fact that I'm able to do both and be passionate about both. I mean, Zakon shout out to Zakon. I like the fact that I was there for the very beginning and seeing it grow, even despite everything going on in the world, is like definitely something that like I'm proud of. So I don't know. I just feel like I'm just happy of in doing like helping both clubs. So it's like it doesn't even feel like work half the time. So
I see. That's good. That's good.
That's the dream.
Honestly,
honestly,
though, interesting.
don't
And
do
then
something if you're not passionate about it. That's like something that I like telling or like I tell people.
I see. I
Mhm.
see. That's good advice. Good advice.
Hmm.
All right. I guess more is that, you've developed socially, you've developed a little bit more through fusion, but other than that, like how has fusion helped you grow as a student and a person, excluding what you mentioned earlier?
Um, I mean, granted, I feel like Fusion has given me a way to like open myself up more towards people, because like I mean, adding on to what I said, like previously, I was definitely introverted when I first came into UCI, and I feel like that's like a bunch of people. But
Yeah.
Fusion has helped me like find people that like I'm willing to like talk to, and has opened me up to like talking to people that you know I don't know at first, but like getting to know them. So it's definitely helped me in terms of like meeting new people and putting myself out there. In terms of like academically, like I feel like they have given me like the great part about Fusion is like most of the things that they offer aren't just specifically engineering focused. Like it just feels like a bunch of the stuff that they offer is just like for all majors that could apply to like everyone. So all that stuff has also helped me like, in terms of like interviews, resume making and all that stuff. Like Fusion has been there. So
Mhm.
hmm so
Kevin's learned a lot from the Arduino workshops.
yeah.
Ooh, so important.
Yo,
Yes.
dude, Arduino, that's my Duino.
Ew.
Arduino, more like my Arduino.
Yes, it's my Duino.
That's so gross. So gross.
uh,
Yo,
I
3D
see.
printing? Yeah.
let's
Pre-ordered right
go.
away.
Kevin actually has three ready on him right now.
Yeah, I have 3D printers, not 3D printers. I have 3D printers.
Ooh, what does the D stand for?
Moving
Downgraded.
on.
There we go.
Moving on. Moving on.
Just kidding.
I see. So, I guess with how much you've openly admitted that you enjoyed Fusion, you got any advice for general members, up and coming people who maybe aren't as active to just like maybe have that same experience, have that same love for Fusion that you do?
Hmm. I mean, I think especially since we are transitioning back to being in person. I feel like okay, this is like Fusion is completely different online and like in person. I feel like there's like something like there that's like missing when it's in a virtual space, like to be
Hmm.
honest. But like in person, I feel like you're able to like being able to like physically see each other and like interact is like something that like it's like something that everyone can benefit from, because
Yeah.
like especially since we are transitioning away from like having to go on Zoom for classes and all that stuff, just like being able to meet in person and just talk to people that are like different, have different mindsets and like goals, is just something that you can't get like being online and like not being part of clubs and stuff. So I feel like Fusion has a great like is great in that fact.
For sure. For sure.
Yeah,
Oh,
definitely.
and also go to general meetings. Like I think general meetings are like the best place, because it's like you'll see the same people, and like you'll get to talk and find people that are very like same minded as you, and
Hmm.
and you'll find people that like you instantly click with, and like you'll just like find like a handful of people that are just like, oh, I could see myself hanging out with these people for like the rest of my years here at UCI.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So for sure.
And I feel like also it's like there are people that you can instantly click with, but I feel like there's a lot of people that maybe you don't click with them like originally, but like as you get to know each other more and more, it's like you develop a good relationship in that sense.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
So I
Yeah,
think
general meetings. Oh, go ahead.
sorry about that, but I just think that the people of Fusion are very nice. They're very supportive. They're very laid back. It's just some people you can instantly click with, some people you do need to develop and take the time. But regardless, I feel like there's no one I don't like in Fusion, which is good because I'm, a board member was still. And
I think that goes for all of us.
yeah.
True.
Richard, please don't get mad at me.
But yeah, for sure. I feel like general meetings are when everyone's like the most open to meet people. And personally, that's where I got introduced to the club and saw how tight knit the community was. So
Yeah.
definitely general meetings are the way to go. Then you could expand from there to all our many other events.
Yeah, honestly, like
Yeah.
that. Yeah, so like general meetings are like a great way to just like get a taste of what Fusion is, and then it's up to you to like see what other like programs we offer that like you'd be interested in.
Yeah. And there's a lot, to be honest. Oh my gosh, we're just advertising Fusion at this point, but like there's a lot, especially in when we go back in person, Fusion Fit and all that jazz.
Mm-hmm.
And even now, I'm trying to post a lot more Fusion Fridays and stuff. So there's a lot of things that Fusion has to offer other than, general meetings. And I think that's one great thing about Fusion. That's also another reason why I decided to stay.
Mm-hmm. Oh, before we move on from that, I would also like to say, when you are able to, I would definitely recommend going to after events because general meetings are like definitely like there's like a focused topic that like
Mhm.
you do. After events are a way of like connecting with like people that like you don't really get to hang out with and just have genuine conversation with. So
Yeah.
they're definitely more intimate in that sense, and I feel like that's where the true like making bonds with people really happens.
Mhm. Fun fact, actually, I think the first time I really interacted with Gabe was through an after event, Raising Canes.
Oh.
Oh, that's right. I know exactly the first thing you said to me, which I cannot reveal on this podcast.
It's okay. Just wait for the Snyder cut.
Oh,
Hey, if
yes.
we get 50 likes, maybe we'll reveal
Maybe,
it.
maybe you might get the uncut version of this
Uncut version. Ooh,
Mm.
I see.
Fusion podcast after dark.
Oh, you're not down.
Oh
You're not
no.
down. We're gonna get in so much
You.
in trouble with Richard. Imagine if we post that publicly.
Hey, if you get 50 likes, you can't,
50
We're
likes.
not
Come
gonna get
on.
50
yeah,
likes.
we're not gonna get
Nah.
50 likes. So
Come
like,
on. We have how many general members we have? Like at least 50. There's a
yeah,
chance. There's a chance.
yeah.
That's
Just
a lot
everyone
to
like
be
it,
general member. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see.
Please like it. I want this to be the most viewed and liked thing. We
Uh,
must beat that Smash Bros gameplay.
yes,
Yes.
let's beat it
We need
Come
to.
on.
to the moon.
Come on, dude. The Smash Bros gameplay was 9 years old, dude. It's not even Ultimate or 4. It's Brawl.
Dude, that's a throwback.
I
It
know.
really is.
Can
I
it
like
really be
bro.
a throwback if we're not even students at the time?
You're not wrong, but
I think when that video came out, we were still in elementary school.
hey, I was living life, man.
I think weren't we all
Yes,
though?
dude.
Weren't we
Dude,
all?
we were in recess. It was dude. We were playing kickball.
Oh,
Ooh,
dude. I
We were playing
remember
kickball.
handball, not wall ball. Handball.
what wall ball was it?
Uh,
Wall.
What was it? I remember playing
oh
Wubble a
my
good times.
lord! I'm
We had
getting
all those rules set up. I remember too.
I
I
can't believe
remember.
I'm being interviewed by people that call it wall ball. No, I'm just kidding.
Nah, dude. The best
Bruh.
part was when like
Woo.
you throw the ball to the ground, so you have to run to the wall, and then you just throw the ball at your friend, and they're like, "Dude, why?"
I missed.
Whoops, hand slipped.
Dude, this guy
Hesitated.
like socked me in the face once, dude. It
Oh,
was so funny.
No.
wall ball was no. Oh, why am I calling handball was serious?
Dude, wall ball, handball,
It's
basketball. I
yeah,
don't know.
the tetherball. Tetherball.
Tetherball. I never knew how to play tetherball. We just hit the ball.
Oh, dude. No, you know what was the underrated king? Knockout, dude.
Oh, knockout was good.
Yes.
Knockout was
Knockout was so fun.
yes, hundred
I
percent agree.
remember being like really good at doing layups just because of wall ball. I mean, a knockout.
Cause of
You
wall ball.
you mastered the putback.
You just step back, fade away. That I learned that from knockout, dude.
Wall ball.
Wall ball.
Wall ball.
Nice.
I think in elementary school we ended up getting it banned
Oh.
because we kept on chucking at people.
God.
You inspired change.
Nah, that's not. I think we got Pokemon cards banned from our school
Wow. Dang, that
because
sucks.
people like smuggled and like ripped off other kids when trading. And all the kids got mad at them. So the parents told the principal.
Someone made a black market in your school for
Exactly.
Pokemon cards. Yo, that seems pretty lit.
What kind of elementary school is this? A black
Nigga,
mark?
You want this extra royal Squirtle? $20.
Yo, I
It's
will
so
trade you this box
ugly.
of animal crack, and you know you want.
Oh, dude, freaking lunch exchanges were the best. It's like, all right,
Yes.
I got, famous Amos cookies, and was like, oh snap, dude, I'll give you my sandwich for that. It's like, yo, I get a sandwich? Yo, heck yeah, that's more food.
Dude, lunch
Alright.
trading was crazy. I remember one time I was like in lunch debt because I kept on trading but not giving back. And then one time my parents got me like a family sized bag of Cheetos and I just gave it to them. They're like, "You're good for now." I'm like, "Sweet."
You're
Good
off the
night.
hook.
I was off the hook, dude. I paid my fines. I paid
You,
my
you,
dues.
you pay, dude. Ian always pays his debts.
Yes.
I don't know how to say it. Debt,
Depp,
debt,
Depp,
debt.
Johnny Depp.
Johnny.
You.
Captain Jack Sparrow. Where's this podcast gone?
Hey,
No.
we're just vibing. Anyway,
We're just vibe. It's vibe times.
Yes,
yes.
vibe.
So see, that's the thing. See, if you join Fusion, you'll get this kind of like you'll meet people like us, and then you'll just be like, I belong here. Like you'll literally just like you just click with people. So Fusion is definitely a great way to like get these kinds of like interactions and just like find people that are just like I could just talk about anything and it's entertaining and I'm just gonna have a good time.
No, seriously though. I feel like we can zone off of anything. I mean, we talked about wall ball.
Yeah, it was. See,
Did
wall ball was the the catalyst that we just Cheetos,
Wall
Cheetos
balls and Cheetos.
smuggling, all
the
fun
black
stuff.
market.
The black market, all fun stuff.
Yeah.
You know the vibes. Hey, can I
We-
get a TNA in the YouTube comments?
Today.
TNA.
Could I get a getting paid?
This- Dang, we ask you a lot from our audience.
I know, dude. 50
It's
likes, TNA, and getting paid.
It's that interactivity. Come on, you got to give us props for that. Give us some
Yeah.
likes.
Honestly,
Like and share, post it on your LinkedIn.
yeah. No, low key though. I'm about to graduate, so hit me up if you want to be friends on LinkedIn. I need
Oh,
those.
please, dude. I need to set up my LinkedIn. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, God, graduating, Jesus.
Oh, we
Yeah.
gotta start.
Yo,
I haven't even started applying, dude. I need to. Dom, help me, please. Just kidding.
Go for it.
Dom, are you watching this? Please, please help me.
Yo, speaking of graduating, I think that's our last section we're gonna talk about. So, yes, Kevin, you and Ian are graduating. I don't know if y'all wanna speak up on your thoughts on it, what you've learned throughout your college experience and your plan going forward.
All right, Kevin, that's all you, because you're the one being interviewed.
Oh, you right? I just gotta say that like you're like to anyone that's just coming in, like I would just say that 4 years seems like a long time, or like for transfers, 2 years, especially like it seems like a long time. It really isn't. Like these years are gonna like pass you by and you're gonna be like, oh snap, I'm graduating. I'm literally in that position. Like it's like especially if you meet people that like, you just have a good time, just find people that are just like you and just like, immerse yourself in them clubs and all that stuff. 4 years is gonna pass by like nothing. So definitely would want to say that like, take your time. Like you don't have to rush through stuff. Like I feel like I've met so many people that have come in saying like, okay, I'm gonna graduate in 3 years, and like I would say at least like more than half of them have decided that no, I'm gonna do 4 years, like how most people do it, because it's like it's a time of like it's the best time to find out about yourself and like what you want to do, and you're surrounded with like a bunch of people that are also trying to find out about the same thing. So like you find like-minded people like that, and it just like helps you develop yourself further. So I would say definitely not speed run, you know, university, college, whatever it's called. Just take your time, take it easy, like get the
Yeah.
most out of your experience here.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
For sure.
For sure. For sure. I'm inspired.
Yeah, I like that meeting, going through the college with other like-minded people.
hmm
Mhm.
It helps get you through the good times and the bad.
hmm
Strength in numbers.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
also granted, you'll also meet people that aren't like you, but I think that's also good in terms of your development because it's like not everyone's gonna have the same ideas, and ideas and like that you follow, but at the same time you learn from that, and it's like you don't really get that outside. Once you go into the workforce, it's gonna be hard to like find like a big mass of people just like that. Like college is just a melting pot of just like different ideals and like people. So it's definitely like a place of like growth for sure.
Mm-hmm. It's cool. I mean, yeah, I feel like a lot of growth.
hmm
Interesting. I guess now that you kind of reflected on your time as a student, what are your plans for the future? Whether it's 1 year, 5 years, or literally after this meeting.
After this meeting, you know, I'm gonna be completely honest. I might play video games, but
No, you
Nice.
can't.
back.
Nope,
Nice.
No, I
Kevin.
can't. Yeah, I know why. I know why. I need to. I have more fusion stuff after. But besides that, after that, games. But in all seriousness, like I I feel like a lot of people are kind of like this. It's like, what am I gonna do after college? I'm at that point, to be honest. But at the same time, I'm excited because it's like, oh, now I have to make choices that are like not predetermined for me. Like
Hmm.
college is like a bunch of, okay, I have to take these classes during this quarter in order to graduate. Now it's like, okay, like I don't have to sign up for classes. I don't have to fill up FAFSA in time. It's just like I need to start making decisions for myself, and that's both like exciting and also really terrifying. So it's like it's up to me now. But I don't know. In terms of like in terms of things like within my field, I definitely would want to work on some sort of project. Like definitely like some sort of indie film would be like great outside of college, like with like a bunch of people, just like something like not as big budget in terms of like Hollywood movie, but like more just like low budget, just like group of like no more than like 10 people just working on something. That'd be great. But in terms of like personal goals, definitely would want to go to Japan at some point. So that's definitely still up there. So I hope to see myself, you know, be going there at least once in the coming years.
For sure. For
For
sure.
sure.
Remember me when you're famous.
Honestly, dude,
I mean,
I'm
my
so
name,
down.
my name carries me.
Oh my
Yes.
gosh, is that Kevin Bacon in the casting crew?
I know, right?
Huh?
Oh my God, you're the cameraman? I loved you from Footloose. I could already see the jokes. If substitute teachers have told me or shown me anything, it's that your name is just a great conversation starter.
Kind of is though.
Yeah. So, but
Yeah.
I'd say it's more of a blessing. I
And a
don't like.
curse
Yeah, to be honest.
Yeah.
for sure.
I feel that. You don't know how many substitute teachers mispronounce Gabriel. It's
Oh.
astonishing.
Gabriel.
You say Gabriel. I've heard that once. I've just heard someone just straight up say Gabriella. I just
Yeah.
like I just give it up like
You owned it, right? You were like, yes.
yes, here.
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, I mean, nothing beats Ian Gonzales, dude. So easy to say.
Yeah.
True.
Very, very.
Hey, spelling it is a different story
Yo,
though.
Gabe, you spelled Gonzalez wrong once
I did. Oh.
in the book club presentation. I just clicked on it by accident. I noticed that you spelled it wrong, dude.
I did seriously. That's water under the bridge.
You know,
Nah.
that's past Gabriella.
Yes, exactly.
I'm just saying publicity and spelling my last name wrong. Name a more iconic duo.
You know. Hey, the public doesn't need to know it though.
The public will know.
Dude,
It's
we need to release the cut.
Release
The Gonzales cut.
Release the Gonzales cut.
it's still spelled wrong. It's just an S after the Z.
Ew.
Yes.
Yes, curse.
All right, I guess we're about to wrap up. So let's just ask some farewell questions. There's a few, but what was it like, being interviewed instead of being the interviewer,
I don't know about you, but I respect everyone I've interviewed. Coming up with like things to talk about on the spot, kind of difficult. But yeah, I think it definitely feels nice to be interviewed, considering that this I have always been the interviewer up to this point. So definitely a nice change of pace. And also having two hosts is something that like who knows, maybe like we'll do that, some other point. But
Ooh,
ooh,
Preview.
preview, possibly.
sample,
Sample?
Sample.
Look for
Interview
look
part 2.
yeah, look forward. Hey, if we get 50 likes.
Oh, hey, you heard it from him, not me.
Yeah, but yeah, for sure, for sure. It definitely feels weird, but at the same time, it was a nice experience, especially since you guys are two great hosts.
Thank you, thank you.
You are a great interviewee. Big hearts.
I don't know. Gabe, you got any other questions?
Yeah, I guess we could end it off. You've always asked this to everyone you've interviewed. Do you have anyone to call out on the next podcast?
Oh yeah, for sure. I'd like to call out all of our board. Nah, just kidding. I don't know. I feel like in terms of like, the trend, because all the like past Fusion podcasts have been presidents slash co-presidents. I don't know. I feel like just continuing the trend. Maybe Dom. Dom was the one who first introduced me to Fusion, so that'd be pretty funny. And shout outs to both being also being a film major, so I think that could be like very interesting in terms of like an interview. Who
That would
knows?
be interesting.
Who knows? Maybe we might do freaking our president right now, Richard Magdaluyo. I don't know.
Richard, on young Richard.
Anyong
And
Richard.
young Richard.
Oh, and also I would love to interview someone from like the founding members of Fusion.
Ooh, that'd
Like
be really interesting.
yeah, that would
Whoa.
like that'd be crazy. So that's like see like that's like the equivalent of like getting into UCLA. That's like the dream school. So like, Dom and Richard are like, it's like
Community college.
UCR, UCI, like,
Oh.
like like applying to those schools. And then, founding member, that's like UCLA. It's like, I have an extra thing
sure.
for free, so might as well apply there. No, for sure. I mean, that's all I
That's
have in terms of call outs.
for sure,
Yeah,
for
I know
sure.
that's a good list.
It is. I'd be really intrigued for a founding father or mother. Wasn't it all?
I believe it was one male and two females that were the founding members. So, which is great,
Ooh,
which is very interesting.
We'll just say
So,
founding parent.
founding parents,
Tatang.
founding titan.
Yeah,
Wow.
that'd be
uh,
really interesting, actually.
Yeah, honestly, that's like the dream. But we shall see. I look
Mm-hmm.
forward to it in the next Fusion podcast.
for
Yes.
sure.
For sure, for sure.
And I think with
Yeah.
that, um, let's clap out.
Oh, are we gonna
Um,
clap out? I'm
yes,
down.
I'm down.
Let's do it.
All right, all right. How do you clap out? What's the procedure?
You got this, Gabe, because I'm too
I
lazy and I kind
got
of forgot.
okay. So you rub your hands together, and then you slowly spread them apart, and while saying and then you clap them
And
together. We're done, and you go.
And we're
Woo.
done.
All right,
all
All
right, all
right.
right, all right,
do it.
all
Okay,
right.
Cameron mic's on.
Oh yeah, my bad. All
Just turn on the
right.
second camera.
Yeah,
All right,
second.
and we're done. We're done.
Done. Woo!
Let's go.
Let's go.